Hi, my name is John Michael Foreman. Solo or a multiple. Hopefully, you're having whatever it may be, but it's even, night, morning, or whatever. Anyhow, sorry I don't have the greatest video and all that stuff right now. Doing this video has to do with a few things. Thank you for if you are one of the individuals or a group of the individuals that has helped out. Whether some change, $1, $10, $40, $100. This all started out for $100, right next to the Love's Truck Stop in Stuyvesant, in the city of city of Stuyvesant, in the state of Missouri. 15, 20,000 people, on and off, on a regular. I'm seeing most of, besides whoever may have passed away or something happened, got locked up, robbed and locked up, or robbed and locked up and murdered. Most all of us of the 15,000 plus, more than that, have been through all kinds of things together at a distance. Some close by, some close because of other people, other law enforcement groups and so forth, all so many other different things. But as you or others or multiple crossfire that looked out, others had done things very brutal, all kinds of things. As you can see through the society, there's an issue that's going to be years ago, none of us had that kind of situation. As you see how brutal, and only a few people, as you can see, don't have that. Tools of clamps used, all kinds of different things, many different things. You see, normally I'd be white, but somebody thought it was cool to take material and put it over the face and then pour muriatic acid over it. Now you see, like you see some of the other people in the society. We're also familiar with all so much more. Grabbing pliers, yanking the nose down. Because normally, you look at a lot of people, it's straight. Including after being burned. They use a swab or whatever it is. And then they yanking the nose down with a pair of pliers. You can see how they gripped, doing injections. You see what happens with the eye. Injections to close because of the destruction of the injection. Jamels, pretty gnarly. because you've seen others worse. Taking a drilling out, some will refill, it looks like a regular teeth. Some will take and put whatever chemical to make it look like I have yellow teeth and all these different things. Make it look like it's worse than it is. Which is worse, but it's not natural. But it's natural, but due to the appliance of what's been applied, for what's been applied. So pretty gnarly. Mouth warmers, all kinds of different things. Even then, sometimes they do it so bad, it's bad. So I'm going to sum this up a little bit. Again, thank you. I was forced an identification. It's not mine. Lots of people have traveled all over the U.S. and seen many who were forced the ID have passed away. Others got forced. And today, you see who you see today on the video. They do hair molecules, they do all that, but the situations are evil. But then there's other situations that are very good at what they do. To be a person that they just can't be except for themselves. But it has its logic. All these fights across the cities of the U.S., other than the U.S., other than just this planet, a lot of people just got back. Some are doing NASA, some are doing military space flights. Some of my involvements also hit other cities. All kinds of things, places I've been, others been. Everybody taking the paychecks. It's not the situation. Certain ones taking the paychecks for their own personal pocket. We all know that. Some of you may not. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a gratitude of thank you. All these different things, watching them still, all this stuff. 400, 500, 800 people a day going to the storage unit, convoying, and worse than that, on a multiple every half hour to the storage unit, destroying and taking parts, feasting the storage unit, all my stuff in it, everything destroyed, boards all taken, everything switched out, not much left. Took all year last night, last year, for the time being, to get up what I took. Including the factory, the dolly wheels, taking the clothes on person, all that, clothes in the storage. I don't get enough to make it on a daily basis to get all that applied and everything else. Hundreds help, G's help. And it has to be on a daily basis due to the fact, the masses I deal with. Everybody's getting 100 stacks and G stacks, and most of the people are getting, bricks of cash. Ain't nothing every day to them. Ain't nothing new for everybody. Ain't nothing new. Travel in. Everybody with law enforcement shields going off. They're going to arrest me, just take my life, da-da-da-da-da. All the stuff maybe you, but all multiple others we've been through, over 15,000 people coming in and throughout the city on a daily basis. Thousands within through the hours. Most of it shields, uniforms, office, all that stuff, military and everything else. And people all across the world. Anyhow, due to some certain situations, one detective was like, hey, I already know that you're an authority. I should just go ahead and give you a shield here. Because of the situations that you should already have squared away, which is detective, other things that well known, which is everything and anything new, so it don't matter, all outer, new, whatever. Well, I'm not hair fire and whacked out my wall because, not because, as you see other folks, but there is sometimes some things to life to what it is. But anyway, 3 detectives like, don't murder him. You give him a shield or do any of that, don't murder him. I'm looking over the officer on the other side of the parking lot. Officer's like, why? Because you've robbed him? All three detectives just shut right up, right? Well, they were already quiet. They looked at him. He had another situation standing across from him. It was not an officer, different situation of law enforcement. One in handcuffs is not law enforcement. Doing meth, but everybody's smoking meth, getting paid meth. Dope, cash, all that stuff. Certain ones have personal prerogative, whacking another for what they can do it themselves. Like, what the heck. Certain there's a lot of things in life, but whatever with all that. It's not really the biggest thing, or open the city police piece up. It doesn't even matter about all that. Certain other things, except certain aspects. Anyhow, files sent off all these kinds of different things. Pot they sell in the store, they sell pipes to smoke meth. You all buy it, you all do that, and a lot of them just sell it. Some really just don't mess with all that, they do other things. Most of the majority of the populations will always be, except a few, they don't even mess with it. Anyway, so the detectives didn't say nothing. It just became silence. I'm standing across the way, tripping. Right? Yeah, me tripping? Yeah, well, I'm like an old man, your boot, your shoe, most guys, most gals, they probably kick my butt, just with that. I'm not fit crazy like I see everything every day like anybody else, and the crazy as everybody else is you and everybody else. I gotta say you would be pretty assuming, but the majority we see, all of them are pretty much whack-wall and crazy. So it just is. So I'm just not part of that to a lot of things. So, I'm a pretty quiet dude pretty much. So anyhow, um, seeing this, I'm tripping, right? You got some paramedics there. That's all off the wall. They're all talking about off me, then that. But, a lot of different things happening. Things change. Okay, we realize this, we see this, or one sees this and realize that. Some of the others, da 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 da, or one, or whatever. So the detective's still getting surrounded by the three detectives, right? I'm across the street. I'm not across the street. I'm at the entrance door area. I'm off the side smoking a cigarette, seeing this. I'm just like, this. I'm just watching, right? I'm just checking this out, checking it out, checking it out. Finally, all silence, dude. The whole conversation just drops. And a few other words, and officer's like, I don't know about the officer, but if there was something else said, it was whatever. I don't even recall. So it just is. It's a little overbearing, overbearing. I'm overbearing, overran. That one detective's overran. The officer's overran. He's got three, but he's got a detective off the side of him, or an officer with a shield. Mind you, less they got video all over Travel and McDonald's. You got people around. The witnesses crossfire between one another, but everybody, they don't say nothing, or they're bulldogging the tech, the forensics, or whatever else. Not, we all know how it goes. I say, when they drive out to go rob one of them, or rob a civilian, and then they take them to the jail and have them murdered because they're flip tripping. Like, what the heck for? I understand a lot of things in life. They got access to printing presses. They got access to all things in the world. And then go figure. This is just one bad situation one way and they lose their life and that's the only way they got, then yeah, we're just on the tip of a dealing problem. Those situations happen in Sacramento or San Diego, California. All out of that. I can cook, I can do all that, I can sell, I can make, I can green card a person, I can sit in a home, I can sit outside. We can go out to the freaking field or out to a park and smoke a bowl and kick it. And then we got our own society of what's that going on. But right now I'm being bullied. I hear less, but it's just I can do whatever it is. It doesn't matter what I do. I can go run somebody over. I can play 4x4 over the whole city of people on a highway here. It wouldn't matter. Like 99% of the people know that. So anyway, it's just the logic we let it be known. But that's what happened at the travel and to let you know. Conferences of all so many other things, all these stores. authorities letting know their uniform, different departments I work for, da 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 da, all these different things. Another just a city, always 24/7 around the clock, right? Like, really? Like, this is getting old. Oh, but I'm just some civilian when it comes down to it. I'm just, it's just the same thing every day. Then I, get a job, and here's the other one. And then you got certain people coming driving by, get a job. Well, most of all my checks from all these departments, right? All of a sudden, all over the place, majority of them getting a personal cut out of my paychecks, but me get a job. Like, what the heck? You ever have that baffling moment? You probably have. But like, try it out of like 5,000 jobs, paychecks that I get. What, every couple of weeks we get paid, right? So it's probably no different. So every couple of weeks. I mean, this is how bad my life is. You think your life bad? Try like some of the others, to live a life like I do, right? This is how cold cut we have to live this shit, right? So 5,000 paychecks, right? Because I own everything, all the jobs, global departments, everything new. 5,000 paychecks, right? We can go to probably like 10,000. It's probably how much, every country, departments and jobs and positions. So everybody's position general and then position in general. So like you add all these things up, that's a lot of paychecks. So everybody's getting cutting the personal cut out of my paychecks. And I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? Like at all these situations, and you start thinking about it, you write them down, you do videos of them, all this stuff, or whatever it is, or you don't do none of that. Because like, again, most of us know one another. Like, check this out: 5,000 paychecks. Like, how many years do you think you got to work with 5,000 paychecks, like $30 an hour, $60 an hour, $80 an hour, or whatever the heck it is, and bonuses and da 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 da, to be retired? Now, so you figure my director at 42, which is the situation before CID, you know what I'm saying, Vietnam and all this shit. They talk about Washington, D.C., me coming back from Vietnam. I'm supposed to be some childhood and some who and however many, they've whacked, including the children, like they're in Washington State. All so many things, right? And they force me ID, and then they come up with that crap. It's like, what the hell? Make up your minds. Either I'm this person, I'm this person, I'm that person. That's the other problem. So many other different people, you know, all kinds of things. And I just got back from Black Hawk Down, and I just had so many other wars I got done to, and Desert Storm, and officer in a multiple other goddamn countries, and yada yada. So 5,000 paychecks. You imagine? I ain't seen 5,000 on one of my paychecks in one bundle yet. 5,000. I'm still stuck with this limit. Anyway, folks, thank you. There's a little bit of piece of a situation that you got to know. 5,000 paychecks. I'm stuck with this heck. That was the other dilemma, I remember. Oh yeah, get a job, right? Someone about ready to brutally whack me, run me over, get a job. Like, get the heck out of my car. As they stole off the parking lot, right? Sometimes logically, sometimes others. Get off my job site. But being a prick. Like, I deal with it every day like you do, and the 15,000 people coming in and out that I deal with every day, including more. Like, they know what's going on. Your whole lives, y'all been doing shit in Washington State. I'm stuck to this shit. This whole lineup that y'all have known. Here I am, poor, stuck out of this at Lab Production Records, right? And there I am. So it's like, what the heck? 5,000 paychecks, get a job. They had no clue. You imagine probably like 20,000 zillion paychecks in any situation. You consider like more than 180,000 paychecks in the U.S. alone. I own every business, any new business. People think they can start up new businesses and all this stuff and everything else. I own it all. We all know that. 180,000 paychecks. I ain't even seen one bundle yet. Get a job, right? Get the heck off my job site. Get a job, right? For the person telling me, get a job. Again, the person tells me, get a job. Get the heck off my job site. But then I'm the bad guy. It's like I don't even care. Whatever, go back to the work job. Or, they don't even have a job. They're just out here robbing and doing all the things we know. Anyway, may frustrate you, may piss you off, may irk you, or that mental status time. How do I put this guy to the morgue? I know you got a brand new ride. I know you had all kinds of things like anybody else. Every day people got stacks of money all over the floor. They get daily get paid, screwing me off like we don't know one another. Then somebody else has got money all over the floor screwing you off. Now, can't we come up with some type of collaboration here? Like, why the hell do you and I need to screw one another off, but then I don't screw you off, but it's everybody screwing me off? But on a general GP, what the hell are we doing? Let's look at the individual and we whack the individual whacking us. We should be able to have a good life. What the heck with this crap? Who the hell are they or who the hell is the one? You know what I mean? Anyway, have a good vacation to you, whatever it is. You kick them back, watching some Bluetooths or some TV or whatever the hell it is. Excuse me with the Bluetooth crap. And have yourself a good day or night or evening or whatever it may be. Maybe I see you tomorrow, next day. Maybe I never see you again. But just a little bit of information on what's happening. 180,000 paychecks. Some of these folks get a job, right? Holy Christ. Now you know. Anyway, thanks for helping out with a couple bucks. 50, 40 bucks, a room for the night, whatever it may have been. I told you it was going to be rough just like anybody else. Persistently, I talked to so many thousands, so many people, so many different things, words of people talking to other people. It spreads like wildfire. We all know that. So when I'm having to apply to certain things, everybody's a prick, everybody's an asshole, everybody can fuck off, or there's a certain aspect because somebody are doing so many different things wrong. The appliance, everybody, fill plates, everybody for it. I'm sorry, I told you it's going to be rough. It's going to be, or we're going to go, or whatever it may be. We know the situation out here. If I drop, everybody goes, you know what they say. But we see the actions of the people. So I have to be direct situations to the people. Certain things. Just is. Everybody works hard. So many scarred. You see this. All this back years ago, we didn't have this. But I came out of Lab Production Records. So all these things, the injury, the ones before, the originals, they didn't have that. I didn't have that, but I came out of Lab Production Records, so they have to make it look good. But this wasn't so brutal like what's happening here. So it's bad. Now everybody's talking about the labs and so forth. Some seen on the TV what they're trying to place me in because of the human body to continue on. All kinds of things. Maybe they work it through, maybe they don't. Maybe it's going to be for somebody else, who knows. Maybe it doesn't even go through. Maybe we fail. Maybe we find something to continue on. We all don't know. We know a direct and one main thing solid. You and I. Or whoever, how many with you, or, out there. Maybe you don't know. But anyway, again, thank you. Take it easy. Maybe I'll see you again tomorrow. Like I said, maybe not.